Are you tired of listening to us talk?
Well, yes.
So occasionally, we're going to ask you some questions.
My name is Luis Zuniga. I have been assigned by my team as the team captain. For some reason, the wrong decisions continue to be made in this team. We are a bunch of musicians that decided to get together and go racing. The guys in the team are Mark, who plays the trombone, Pete, that plays the saxophone, Matt, that plays the trombone as well. What can go wrong? 2 trombone players driving a race car, right? And Dave, who is our French horn player. So those are the guys in Team Nopar who are responsible for driving trombone on the track. Our team got together as a group of musicians. We are all musicians, and if you come to any of our races, you'll notice that we are the team that has musical instruments, and we also spend a lot of time in the paddock performing. So we walk up to the judges' tables and we play music. Yeah, I think we all got into it because we were all into cars, but also we embraced the challenge of what it is to race a lemon for 24 hours. You all know that this is actually not a Dodge. That's why we call it Team Nopar, because this car is actually made by Mitsubishi. So it's not really a American-made muscle car, which is what you think of when you think about Mopar. So the car has got a 1.5 engine, 4-cylinder, stock transmission, stock drivetrain, and we have tried to keep the car as close to the original as possible. So there's a lot of heart and not a lot of speed in that engine. I would say it was our first race that we did in December a year ago. The process of getting the car ready for us was a big victory. Just getting the car prepped and to pass inspection and to be a certified member of the Lemons community was a big victory. And it wasn't until later on talking to other teams that we really found out how finishing is just already a victory, right? We were rookies, so we were out there to just have fun and survive, but to actually make it to the very end with the car in one piece was a big victory. And we actually got the judges award, so we took home some jewelry. Our biggest fail was our last race at Thunderhill. We were doing extremely well for the car that we have, the way that we have it set up, and we did not finish the first day. We were in 7th place in Class C when the car was brand new, had 80 horsepower. So there was a lot of heart and soul put in our driving that day, and we were driving really well. I felt that we were right where we needed to be with the car that we had at the moment. And about 500 yards from the checker flag on Saturday, one of our teammates, Matt, was driving the car, and he felt that the car was very loose in the back, and he went into the pits instead of taking the checker flag. And we found out that our passenger side rear drum has basically disintegrated. If we knew that the car was going to be completely broken and we could have not continued for Sunday, we would have asked him to obviously finish that day and get the checker flag. We haven't been in the track since, so that's a little, thorn on my side, on the team side, because we want to get the car back on the track. Heavy, fully stock American muscle Plymouth, maybe like a 1970 Duster or a 1971 AAR or a Challenger with a 340, something nasty, something very aggressive. Obviously, nobody will let us get on the track with something that special, but in a parallel universe, I would love to bring something like that, like a 1970, Plymouth Duster with a 340. That would be like a wrecking ball out there. We will be back in December. at Sonoma Speedway with the newest and most improved version of Trombone, and we are ready to come back and take Class C with the little improvements that we are going to do in this car. Everybody else in Class C needs to be really careful because you're going to be passed by a 1989 Dodge Colt, and if that is not embarrassing, I don't know what else will be embarrassing. Maybe get beaten by a bunch of musicians that pretend to be car drivers. So we will be out there in Sonoma. We will bring our instruments, and we're happy to be racing with you and against you, and to also bring music to Lemons. So thanks again.
Every second you don't subscribe or watch one of these videos, another Vega is sent to the crusher. Won't you help us save Classic?